Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors, and welcome back to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Dun dun dun. Last time we got through chapter 2 and saw a new way of Mayu to die. We have an encounter.
天神5番地の
Let's see. Tension 5.
これ23だよな。それとも33か？
Is that a 23 or a 33?
まったく山崎先生の字は読みづらいな。
Mr. Yamazaki's handwriting is atrocious. Hey, we're outside. What up, baby? This really wasn't my day. I knocked over my alarm clock this morning, and of course it stopped working. The very last pork sandwich sold out right before my eyes during lunch. And I was roped into a favor when I happened upon my homeroom teacher, Mr. Yamazaki, long after the school day had ended. So now, like it or not, I was on my way to deliver some notes to Miss Yui, our homeroom TA, who was out sick with a cold.
後でユカに謝らないとな。
I'll have to make sure I apologize to Yuka later.
今日は早く帰ってユカの買い物に付き合ってやる予定だったし。
You know how disappointed she'll be that I'm missing our shopping date.
天神5番地23の11。ここか。
Tension 5-23, number 11. Found it.
これが6番地33の77とかじゃなければだけど。
As long as it doesn't actually read 6-33, number 77 anyway. Don't look too bad. I stopped to compare the memo in my hand with the apartment building in front of me. It was 2 stories tall and looked a little on the shabby side. Probably about 20 years old. It didn't seem very solid, nor was it particularly stylish or chic. It was a completely unremarkable structure in every way.
ここの207号
Looks like me.
室いや 201?
Apartment 207. Or is that a 201? I was really getting fed up with this handwriting. And from a teacher, no less. In any case, it seems certain the apartment was on the 2nd floor, so I trudged up the startlingly narrow, steep stairs. The metal staircase was thoroughly blotched with patches of rust. Why would someone live in such a rundown apartment building?
先生の給料ってもしかしてすごく安かったりするのか？
Our teachers' salaries are really that low. Yes, they are. It's remarkable, like, when they have, like, actual houses, you're like, bro, what the fuck? You have, like, 12 jobs then. I felt a little sorry for her. But in a way, this place kind of fit her personality. With that thought in mind, I turned my attention toward apartment 201.
ここが201号室か。でもゆい先生の家じゃないな。
Here we are, 201. Yeah, this doesn't look like Miss Yui's place. The door plate for the room nearest to the stairs had a name I didn't recognize scribbled on it.
ってことはこの奥か。
Guess I need to try door number 2. Passing room 201, I continued down the narrow hallway toward the end. Wandering alone around an apartment building I had never been to before made me feel kind of nervous. It wasn't like I was doing anything wrong, but my back still tensed up as I maneuvered around piled up strollers, plastic toys, and bundles of newspapers. And then finally, I arrived at the last door.
ここだ。
Bingo. This was it. I breathed a sigh of relief. The door plate for the apartment 207 read Shishido. For an adult's handwriting, especially. The letters were rounded and overly cutesy. This was Miss Yui's place, alright.
なんだろうこれ。
What's this? I leaned in to read something written in small script in the corner of the door plate.
愛病注意
Beware of cat.
って猛犬注意じゃなくて
Shouldn't that be beware of dog? No! You should beware of both.
ゆい先生らしいや。
That's Miss Yui for you. So how exactly does one beware a house cat? Oh, you'll find a way. Is that even possible for a house cat to be threatening? It's not necessarily like house cat is threatening, which yes it can be, but also the fact that don't let it outside. At any rate, I had confirmed beyond a shadow of doubt that this was Miss Yui's place. So my errand was nearing its end.
それにしても山崎先生もひどいよな。
Sorry, I keep trying to clear my throat, goddamn. What was Mr. Yamazaki thinking anyway?
風邪ひいたクラスメートにプリント持っていくならわかるけど、風邪ひいた副担の先生のうちに授業のノートを届けろって。
I understand taking handouts to sick classmates, delivering class notes to the home of an absent teacher.
絶対におかしい。間違いなくこれ担任の仕事だよ。
That just seems weird. This isn't something a student should be doing. He said he was really busy with meetings though, and really needed one of his students to help him out. But was it really okay to entrust a school student with confidential class notes?
これ生徒が読んじゃまずいノートなんじゃないのか？
Wouldn't it be kind of a problem if I were to read these? My mind kept drifting from one question to another, and I'd become acutely aware of the inherent value in these notes I held in my bag. But tempting as it was, I just couldn't bring myself to look at them. If anything, he should have picked Ayumi, because Ayumi's the class rep, right? It shouldn't have been Satoshi, it should have been class rep. Miss Ayumi. Mr. Yamazaki put his faith in me after all. And I was stronger than that. I couldn't let this get the best of me. At any rate, I was here. I should have just been able to drop off the notes and be on my way. Putting all my doubts and misgivings aside, I rang the doorbell. And then I waited and waited and waited some more. But there was no answer.
あれ俺呼び鈴をしたよな。
It did ring, didn't it?
ゆい先生
Miss Yui. I rang the bell again, and also tried calling out. But there was still no response.
どうしよう。寝てんのかな。
What should I do? Maybe she's sleeping.
起こしちゃ悪いけど、でも心配だしな。
I didn't want to wake her, but I am a little concerned. When we'd heard that Miss Yui was staying home sick today, we were all pretty disappointed. That's why a part of me was actually a little happy that I was asked to run these over to her. This is a weird vibe for corpse party. I figured I'd be able to check in and see how she was doing and let everyone at school know that she was feeling better.
けど会えないっていうのは想定外だったな。
It never occurred to me that I might not even be able to see her though.
ゆい先生ゆい先生
Miss Yui, Miss Yui.
反応なしか。
Nothing, huh? Just slip the notes into the mail slot and then you're good.
ゆい先生すみません。
Miss Yui, hello. She's probably sleeping. Or out at the doctor's or something, but if she were hurt, tried opening the mail slot and peeking in. I thought maybe I could get a glimpse of the room inside.
Yui sensei.
Miss Yui. It felt kind of wrong peeking into someone's house without their permission. But I was legitimately worried about Miss Yui's health. So my conscience was clear on this one. Yeah, look at the baby! Oh my god! Oh, I love the baby. Beware of the baby. Oh my god. Ah! Look at the baby.
Neko.
Oh, the cat. What do you mean, the cat? I thought the cat. Okay, that is the cat? A well-groomed cat was facing the door and staring back at me. With its head tilted slightly to the side, it let out an adorable meow. Because it's a cutie pie. This must be the cat I was instructed to beware. And since Miss Yui was always going on and on about her little buddy, I was pretty sure I remembered his name.
この子が噂のモレじゃなくて、確かモネ。
Remord, right? No, it's Monet, I think.
そうだ、モネちゃんだ。へえ、綺麗な猫だな。
Yeah, Monet. What a pretty kitty you are, Monet. Miss Yui talked about her cat a lot in class, so pretty much the whole school had heard of him. She even had some tins of cat food hidden on a shelf in the classroom, probably because she'd bought too much and had no room for them in her apartment.
モネ、モネ。先生はいるか？
Here, kitty kitty. Monet. Monet, is Miss Yui home?
先生がいるんだったら起こしてきてほしいんだ。
If she's home, would you mind waking her up for me?
モネ、頼むよ。
That's good, kitty.
やっぱり無理か。そりゃそうだよな。
Yeah, I didn't think that would work. My shelter sank. I felt defeated. What the hell was I doing? I closed the mail slot and stood back up.
弱ったな。ゆい先生、どうしたんだろう。
Damn, I sure hope Miss Yui is alright.
どっか外出中とか？
Charlotte's just out right now or
開いて
something.
たりしないかな。
Which would mean the door's locked, I'm sure. Lost in the speculation, I placed my hand. Oh, sorry, hit the mic. I placed my hand on the doorknob. With a quick twist, I turned it and pushed on the door, opening it easily. Oh.
え？
Huh?
鍵かかってないのか。
It wasn't locked.
うわ、いけね。
Crap, that's not
モネ
good.
が出たら大変だ。
I can't let Monet get out. That's why we beware of the indoor cat. They try to get out because they're sneaky little bastards. Huh, Pepper? Hell yeah.
お前のご主人様は不用心だな。鍵もかけてないなんて。
Your master's pretty careless, huh? Leaving the door unlocked like that. Monet's whiskers twitched as I called out to him from the entranceway.
なんだ？その通りだにゃって。
Was that you say she purr is? Satoshi, I need you to shut the hell up. Forever.
モネもやっぱりそう思うか。
You and I are on the same page, Monet. Here I was talking to a cat. Is that what I've become?
どうしよう。
What should I do? I was feeling pretty uneasy. Not only had I peeped into someone's house, but I walked in without a second thought. Oh, hey, cool, our darkening is at 0. Oh yeah, this is what happened last time. Didn't have get a picture of a kitty. Moreover, this was where Miss Yui lived, alone. In other words, a woman's apartment. No matter how many times I reminded myself that I was here on an errand, I couldn't help feeling that I had not only crossed the line, but leaped over it.
Yui sensei.
Miss Yui. I tried calling her name one last time. But as expected, there was no answer.
本当にどうしようかな。
So, what now? I was trying hard to avoid being too nosy, but my eyes inevitably began surveying the room. The apartment entrance led out immediately into the kitchen. Beyond that was a sliding door to some other room. I could see the light through the gaps. I strained my ears, but there was nothing to hear. No sense of life whatsoever. Miss Yui really must have been out. One more time. I tried calling out to her one more time. This put my concerns at ease. I felt like I had seem even more suspicious if I stayed silent.
Yui sensei! Mochida desu!
Miss Yui, it's Mochida. Still nothing. Maybe she was asleep on the other side of that door.
確かめてみ。いやいやいやいや。
Let's just have a little look-see then. Wait! No. That's not the hill you want to die on. Shaking my head furiously, I cast out that sudden impulse. That was a terrible idea, pure and simple. Entering the apartment unannounced was bad enough, but walking all the way in, opening that sliding door and peeking inside, that was just too much.
っていうか、このタイミングでユイ先生が外から帰ってきたりしたら、俺結構まずい。
And if Miss Yui happened to come home and find me standing here, that'd be pretty hot water, huh?
じゃなくて、だいぶまずい。
No, scratch that. I'd be in plentiful, dense, scalding water. Monish mewed, as if in agreement. Panicking, I once again surveyed my surroundings. I almost felt like there were eyes on me, staring with disdain. But of course, no one was there, except for Monet.
あ、そうだ。書き置きを残していけばいいんじゃないか？
Oh, right, I could just leave a note. Wonder why I didn't think of that sooner. I dug into my bag for some paper and a pen.
山崎先生から頼まれたのでって書いておけばいいんだよな。
Mr. Yamazaki asked me to come by. That should be enough, right?
俺のノートでいいや。
Yeah, just use some notebook paper.
ゆい先生
Let's see, Miss Yui. Crouching in the doorway, I ran my pen across the page. I brought class notes at Mr. Yamazaki's behest. Everyone has been worried about you. Sorry about barging into your
あ
apartment.
と不用心だから鍵はかけた方がいいと思いますと。
Please don't forget to lock your door from now on. Oh. As I was writing the note, I sensed a presence in front of me. Is it Monet? Till just a moment ago, this house has had no signs of human life in it. But now I could feel someone standing directly ahead. It's gonna be Miss Yui being like, "What the fuck?" Standing and looking down at me. Fidgeting nervously, I put down my pen. Raised my head slowly. I saw a white, slender ankle. Oh, poor Miss Yui. She's having such a bad time. Shocked, I shot my head up, and there, standing before me, was Miss Yui.
先生。
Miss Yui. She was looking right at me, but she seemed decidedly out of sorts. Her hair looked disheveled. Her gaze was unsteady. Her pajamas were in complete disarray. She was like a completely different person from the usual kempt educator. I was gonna say executor. Educator we'd come to know and love.
Yui 先生、俺勝手に入っちゃって。
Miss Yui, I'm so sorry to have entered your apartment without permission. Here. I stood up frantically and held out the note I'd been writing. But... Miss Yui was just standing there, stupefied, with a completely vacant expression on her face.
先生?
Miss Yui? I called out to her, as gently as I could. But... You go back to bed, Miss Yui. Just go back to bed. She was really dazed. She seemed almost like a ghost.
先生、どうしちゃったんだよ!
Miss Yui, what happened to you? She's just sick, dude. I had a sudden uneasy feeling. Worried, I walked up to Miss Yui, grabbed her shoulders, and tried to snap her out of it by shaking her. But instead... She's fucking sick, idiot. This just seemed to make her cry.
Sensei!
Hey, Miss Yui. These were wet, productive coughs. There was spit shooting out of Miss Yui's mouth with each one. Frantically tried to shield my face from the spray, but my reaction time just wasn't quick enough. That is fucking disgusting. Ew. Put a hand to her cheek and found it thick with slimy film of saliva. Yeah. She's fucking sick, Satoshi. She's fucking sick.
大丈夫? Yui 先生.
Are you okay, Miss Yui? No! Miss Yui hobbled back a little, then fell to her knees with a thud. She had completely sprawled out in the hallway, moaning and groaning the whole time.
Sensei?
Miss Yui. Wiping the splatterings from my own face, I leaned over and took a better look at hers. It was bright red. Strained breathing, a stuffy nose, and visibly high fever on top of it all. She was sick as could be. I'm cold.
寒いの? でも、汗かいてるよ.
But you're dripping with cold, but you're dripping with sweat. It's cold. I thought maybe her sweat had cooled her down, but then realized her disheveled pajamas certainly weren't doing her any favors. With heart pounding a mile a minute and face red as traffic light, I set about buttoning her up.
ゆい先生、俺のことわかる? 持田だよ.
Miss Yui, you know who this is, right? It's Mochida from school.
寒いならちゃんと布団で寝ないと.
If you could, you need to sleep under your
出ない
covers.
と治るもんも治らないって.
Otherwise, you won't get any better. Someone want to say that? Yeah, the end of the party. She absentmindedly extended her shaky arms up like a zombie, slowly reopening her eyes and looked up at me. It was the gaze of a severely fevered mind.
ゆい先生、
Miss Yui? Tsukasa? Who is Tsukasa?
Eh?
What?
うわ
司くん。
Tsukasa. Tsukasa.
え
There's about to be one less cat in the room. Okay. Pepper is currently out of the room because she keeps trying to ruin stuff. So, let's go. Miss Yui was clinging to me tightly. I couldn't move. I was frozen in shock. She began to weep.
来てくれたのね、司くん。
You've come for me, Tsukasa.
えつかさ
Who is Tsukasa?
嬉しい。よかった。
What a lovely surprise. I'm so glad you're here.
先生待って人違いだよ
Miss Yui, wait, you've got the wrong person. It seemed like I wasn't getting through to her at all. And the sensation of her chest as she held me was making it virtually impossible to fight her grip. I was utterly powerless against this opponent. What? Oh my god, fucking Satoshi! I'm not reading that. God, am I that weak-willed? I had to remind myself that Miss Yui had me confused with someone else. Mustering all of the strength I could, I gripped her arms and tried to pry them off of me. But she was a lot stronger than I'd anticipated. And wouldn't let me get away.
怖かったよ、司くん。怖かったわ。
I was so scared, Tsukasa. I was so scared.
怖かった
Scared.
まさか来てくれるなんて思わなかった。
I never thought you'd actually come.
うわ
I hate him. I was blushing uncontrollably.
ゆい先生ちょっと離れて
Miss Yui, please let go. No, I won't.
先生ってばー
Come on, Miss Yui. I struggled to wiggle free, but Miss Yui only gripped me tighter. Our bodies were getting more and more intertwined. And every time I squirmed, Miss Yui would just pull me in closer.
司くん。
Tsukasa.
うわ
As her chest rose and fell erratically, droplets of sweat slid into her cleavage. I could feel the heat of her fever radiating off of her steadily encroaching face, as well as the shoulders I gripped in an effort to push
そ
away.
ばにいて、司くん。お願い。
Stay here with me, Tsukasa, please.
だから人違い
I'm telling you, you got the wrong person. Questions were swirling around in my head. Why is Miss Yui crying? And who is this Tsukasa person? But I was more concerned with the state of her pajamas, which had become even more disheveled during our struggle.
先生パジャマズボン
Miss Yui, your pajamas, your pants.
ずり落ちてるから
They're sliding down.
司くん。あったかい。
Tsukasa, you're so warm.
ゆい先生ってばー
Miss Yui, please. Realizing that not a single word was getting through to her, I said resignedly? I'd taken care of Yuka a number of times when she caught a cold or drawn a fever, but I don't recall it ever getting this bad. Miss Yui was usually calm, collected, and rational. Who would have ever imagined that a fever would leave her so thoroughly discombobulated?
ゆい先生ちょっともう
Miss Yui, seriously, pull yourself together. I put more strength into my resistance, and finally, her arms relaxed just the tiniest bit. But her expression changed drastically.
や だ。
No, no, please.
先生、俺は持田聡で司って人じゃ。
Miss Yui, I'm Satoshi Mochida, not the suit.
やだ。
Please don't go, please. Miss Yui was acting like a spoiled child. Slipping out of the shoes I'd still been wearing, I again drew close to her sprawled out form. There was no way I could just leave her here like this.
後で気がついて怪しまないでくれよ。
I hope none of this seems too sketchy after your fever breaks. It's going to, don't worry. Miss Yui let out a lethargic groan, perhaps in response to my quiet murmurings. At my wit's end, I grabbed a hold of her and did my best to carry her into the back room. Gently wheeling her over to her unfurled futon, I then carefully laid her down, making sure I didn't drop her in the process. Then there was the matter of rebuttoning those pesky pajamas again. I gently pulled up her pajama bottoms and brushed away the stray hairs that were plastered on her brow with sweat. I'd done my best to avoid seeing anything I shouldn't, but I'm a guy, so my heart was pounding the whole time. Miss Yui's pajamas were soaked through with sweat. She really might have been better off with a change of clothes altogether. But no, that would have gotten way too far.
タオルとか何か拭くものでもあれば。ってん
Wish I could find a towel or something so I could at least wipe some of the moisture away. Noticing a convenience store bag carelessly tossed to the floor, I glanced inside.
なんだ、冷却シート買ってきてあるじゃん。
Hey, she already bought cold
な
packs.
んで使ってないんだか。もう
Why wasn't she using them? Jeez.
先生、ヒヤッとするけど我慢してね。
Miss Yui, this might be a little cold, but bear with me, okay?
これでよしと。
Alright, I think that'll help. I love Monet! Look at the baby! Look at Monet! Oh my god! The baby! I love him! Place one of the compresses on her forehead and put the covers over her. Miss Yui appeared almost instantly relieved. She exhaled contentedly and her breathing became more relaxed. Finally, she was asleep. Even in sleep, Miss Yui seemed to be suffering.
もうね、なんだ、先生が心配か？
Oh, Monet, we're worried about your master. Don't call them master! Say your mom. Okay, thank you. We do not call them masters, we call them parents.
俺もここまでひどいことになってるとは思わなかったよ。
I don't blame you. When Mr. Yamazaki said she was sick, I had no idea it would be this bad. Monet had coiled up on my legs without me noticing. I began absentmindedly speaking to him. He mewed in response, and our conversation ended there, as my gaze was still fixed squarely on Miss Yui.
さて、どうしようか。
So what do I do now?
ゆい先生。
Miss Yui.
俺、このまま帰っても大丈夫？
Are you okay to be alone right now? She wasn't in any condition to respond. But
ゆい先生。
Miss Yui. Miss Yui's hand had slipped out from under the futon and was gently grasping my pant leg.
あの
Hey. Her grip was much weaker than before. But I knew I'd probably regret it if I went home now. Miss Yui just seemed really lonely.
仕方ないな
Well, I guess we'll settle in then. Without disturbing Miss Yui's hold on me, I took a seat beside her. For the time being, I figured I'd watch over her and make sure her condition didn't worsen. Again, this is not the vibe I was expecting from a fucking corpse party game. Occasionally, Miss Yui's breathing would become ragged, and she'd furrow her brow. She was in a pretty bad way.
辛そうだな
Poor thing. Wasn't there anything else I could do? I glanced quickly down the hallway. I'd noticed when I carried Miss Yui here that the kitchen near the entrance was perfectly neat and tidy. There wasn't any indication it had been used that day at all.
飯食ってるのかな
I wonder if she's eaten anything. Monet's gaze shifted suddenly. I followed it and saw pet bowls laid out in the corner of the room. One dish was filled to the brim with water, and the other was piled high with dry cat food.
なるほどモネはちゃんと食べてるんだな
I see someone's eating well around here, huh?
熱出してあんな状態になっててもお前のことはちゃんと考えてくれてるんだな
Even delirious with fever, she's still taking real good care of you.
でもさゆい先生まずは自分の食事の心配をしようよ
But that's not good, Miss Yui. You should be thinking about your own meals first. I shook my head at the whole situation, then glanced down at Monet, who was tilting his head, as trying to understand me. I broke into a wry smile. When I pulled out the cold packs, I did notice some cheap convenience store food in the bag, as well. I guess that was going to be her food for the day. Not exactly the best stuff to eat when you're sick.
米とあと卵くらいはきっとあるよな
There's rice and eggs at least.
卵がゆでも作ろう
Maybe I'll make egg porridge or something. The fucking, oh my god. Porridge has the worst texture I've ever experienced in my life. Oh my god. And they're like, have porridge, it's great. No, it is the consistency of oatmeal. But, like, thicker and wetter. Ugh. Foul. Foul.
先生キッチン借りるよ
Miss Yui, may I borrow your kitchen? Take that as yes. Her face was bright red and her half-pinned, half-tinted nose provided me with no clear-cut answer to my
仕
question.
方ないゆい先生の代わりにモネに許しをもらおうかな
Don't think I'm getting much out of her. How about you, Monet?
モネキッチンを借りていいか
Do I have your permission to use the kitchen?
ありがとう
Excellent, thank you. Monet's cries helped. Assuage? What is that word? I can only read it as assuage, but I don't think that's it. My guilt over entering a woman's apartment and borrowing her kitchen. Not that I had any reason to feel guilty. I don't think anyway. My circumstances were what they were. Still, I had this nagging sense that I should have somehow felt bad about what I was doing.
ゆい先生ごめんなちょっと離れるよ
Excuse me, please, Miss Yui. I'm going to need to get up. One by one, I gently peeled off each of her fingers lashed onto my pant leg. The expression on her face changed as I was doing so. from contented rest to mild annoyance, but there was nothing to indicate that she might wake up.
よし作るか
Alright then, let's see what we can do, shall we? As I stood up, Monet mewed happily and began tagging along at my heels. Ew. And Miss Yui, now resting by herself in the bedroom, let out a sudden sneeze. Episode 3, Encounter. Are we playing as Miss Yui? Yo, fuck yeah. Why are we eking about a sneeze?
ちょっとゆい
Come on, Yui.
かかったよ今くしゃみ
Gross, I just got sprayed.
ごめんごめんなんだか鼻がムズムズするの
Sorry, I got a real tingle in my nose today for some reason.
まったくもう
Honestly.
ティッシュあれ
Tissues.
どこやったっけ
Where'd I put them?
ああなければ私の使ってよせめてものお詫び
Oh, did I get that much on you? Here, use one of mine. It's the least I could do.
やったじゃあ私使う
Great, don't mind if I do.
私も持ってないよティッシュちょうだい
What? She was talking to me. May I have one too,
う
please?
はい
Let's see, here we go.
サンキュ
Why don't you just use a tissue to cover your fucking mouth? Cover your mouth and cover your nose, 'cause that's fucking disgusting. Sneezing on people.
ーあんたたちねティッシュくらい常備しときなさいよ
You guys really should keep extras with you, you know.
面目ない
Oh, sorry.
まったく
Honestly.
それで何の話だっけ
So what were we talking about again?
そうそうだからさとうとう3年になっちゃったよねって話
Yeah, remember? We were talking about what it's like to be seniors now.
ああだねあと1年で卒業か
I know, right? Can it really be just one more year before we graduate?
卒業もだけど私たちそれよりもっと考えなくちゃいけないことがあるじゃない
Graduation is important. Don't forget there's life afterward to think about as well.
進路よ
Our careers.
いや聞きたくない
No, I really don't want to think about that. Doesn't that fucking suck? Like, you live your life like 12 whole years of your life. More than, but for sure 12. In a constant schedule. Where you know exactly what you need to do, know exactly how you're going to do it. And then you graduate, and then you're on your own. And you don't get any help, and you have to, like, think about, what the hell am I going to do? I always hated that, and I knew that it was going to happen the moment I was in senior year, and everybody's like, when you graduate, and then didn't tell us anything more about what we can do after graduation. Just said, when you graduate, you're gonna go to college. You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, but didn't help us find a way. Or help us to do really anything after school. In fact, I didn't even know what taxes were until I got my first job. And even then, I didn't fully know what they were. It's bullshit.
正直さ進路相談何回受けたって将来のことなんかはっきりしないっていうかさ
Well, there is a reason we were subjected to all those career counseling sessions. And it's because our futures are just big question marks right now. Yo, they fucking get career counseling? Yo, America does not have that. They're like, fuck you.
だよねどうするかなほんと
No kidding. What are we gonna do with our lives? It's scary.
ねえゆいは もう進路とか決めてる？
Any ideas, Yui? Have any plans for the future?
実はね、もう決めてるんだ。
Actually, I've got it all figured out.
え？
What?
何ゆい、何になりたいの？
Well, don't leave us hanging. How with the girl?
私はね、
Well,
私の名前は宍戸ゆい、17歳。将来の夢は先生になること。
my name is Yui Shishido. I'm 17 and my dream is to be a teacher.
あまりよく考えずに人のことに首を突っ込んでは空回ってることが多い私だけど、
I butt into the lives of others without a second thought. I spend most of my time doing nothing important.
でもそんな私でもきっと頑張れば夢が叶うって信じてる。
But I believe that even someone like me can make her dreams come true with enough hard work. Kistaragi Academy, 5 years ago. The cherry blossoms were in bloom, and the rustling wind carried it with soft warmth of the season. I was a high school senior now, and was devoting myself to my studies in preparation for the day my dream could become reality. And that dream is to become an English teacher. My grades were on the fence for getting into the university I wanted, though. So my best bet was to score a special recommendation from the academy.
ああ、よかった。急に呼び出されたから何事かと思ったよ。
That was a lucky break. When I got called to the office, I had no clue what I might be
ある日
about.
の放課後、私は職員室に呼び出された。
After school one day, I was summoned to the teacher's staff room.
何かヘマをやったのかとか、成績が志望校に及ばないとか、そういう悪いことを言われるんじゃないかってビクビクしてたんだけど、
I was freaking out that maybe I'd failed, or my grades weren't good enough for the school I wanted to go to, or something terrible like that.
私の予想に反して呼び出された要件はとてもいいものだった。
But it turns out my fears were all for naught.
うちの学園からはライバルはいなさそうだから、このまま頑張れば推薦してやるぞ。
You have no rival in our academy, they said. So if you keep working hard, we'll be happy to give you a recommendation. The hell does that even mean?
なんかやる気出てきちゃった。この調子で頑張らないとね。
Man, was that ever a pick-me-up. I feel like I could take on the world now. I'm going to have to make sure I don't let this chance slip me by.
それにしてもゴミ箱ってどうしてこんなに重たいんだろう。
So, this trash can. Why is this so ridiculously heavy again?
ゴミ捨て場まで持っていくのも一苦労だよ。
Carrying this beast to the dumpster is going to be the death of me.
な
Hey,
突然声をかけられてゴミ箱を抱えたまま振り返る。それは今まで話したことのない男子生徒だった。でも見かけたことなら何度もある。
I turn around, still holding the garbage can. The voice belonged to a male student I had never spoken with before. I'd seen him around a lot, though.
彼は7組の三國司くんだ。
His name was Tsukasa Mikuni, from class 7.
あ、そこ足元根っこが出てるから気をつけな。
Watch your step. There's a root sticking out of the ground here, and it's pretty easy to trip on. Good job, Yui. What? Ow. Nice.
ちょっとそこ笑うとこ？
What's the big idea laughing at someone else's misfortune?
だってよ
もうそこはさ、大丈夫かとか聞いてくれたって。
It's not funny. Shouldn't you be asking if I'm okay or something?
悪い悪い
My bad, my bad.
あ、いいよ、そんな手が汚れるよ。
You don't have to help clean up. You'll get your hands dirty.
別にいいよそんくらい。
笑った詫びに手伝う。
Don't worry about it. It's the least I can do. After you laughing like that.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
うん。これで全部拾い終えたか？
No problem. That should be everything, right?
もう大丈夫。
Yeah, looks like it.
じゃ、行くぞ。
Cool, let's go then.
あ、
Hmm? I remembered it well even now. My first time talking with Tsukasa. And he left a strong first impression on me.
ごめん、重たいよね。
It's really kind of you. Isn't it heavy though?
別に。
Not especially.
やっぱり自分で。
I wasn't one assigned to it. Maybe I should...
いいって。
It's fine, really.
はい終了。
There, everything in its place.
ありがとう。助かったよ。
Thank you so much. You're a huge help.
じゃあな。
Catch your own.
あ、ちょっと待って。
Hey, hold on.
あ？
お礼させてよ。
I feel like I should do something nice for you in return.
いいよ女の。これくらいで。
Don't worry about it. Your things is plenty.
いいから。ちょっと待っててね。
Look, just wait there a second, okay?
ん？
友達が増えるというのは嬉しいし楽しい。その相手が三国司くんというのも嬉しかった。司くんのことは実は少し気になっていたから。
Making a new friend is always great, but when it happens to be Tsukasa Mikuni, it's all the better. He's kind of been on my mind for a while.
よいしょ。
There we go. Most of the times I'd seen Tsukasa before this were in the school courtyard. He spent a lot of time there, sitting alone on the bench. Even after school or during summer vacation, if I happened to pass by, I would always see him there. And after this little encounter, we'd go on to make many fun memories together. But somehow, the image of Tsukasa that stands out most in my mind is of him seated alone at the courtyard bench.
はいどうぞ。コーヒー牛乳でよかった。
For you, I hope Cafe au lait is alright.
まあ、なんでもいいけど。サンキュー。
Sure. I guess anything's fine, really. Thanks.
これは私からのお礼なんだから黙って受け取ってくれればいいの。
You know, it's customary when receiving a gift to quietly accept it without any offhanded remarks.
義理がたいやつ。
Well, I'm a stickler for tradition. We walked to the bench together, sat down, and began making small talk. That courtyard bench was a sort of mystical place. The leaves rustled over your head. If you closed your eyes and opened your ears, you felt as though you were in the middle of some forest. Probably because there's a tree. And if you looked straight up, the sunlight poured in through the leaves, and you almost felt like you were in another world.
初めて座ったよこのベンチ。
This is the first time I've actually sat on one of these benches.
なかなかいいだろ？
It's pretty nice, right?
素敵な場所。
It is. It's lovely.
だよな。
Yeah, it really is.
あ、だからなの？
Oh, so is that why?
え？
Huh?
この時間とか昼休みとかよくここにいるでしょ。
Well, you come here an awful lot, right? Like even after school and during summer vacation.
ああ。
I sure do.
この場所好きなんだね。
So you must really like this place then, huh?
まあね。
Yeah, I guess I do.
そっか。
Well, then there we go. The leaves rustled as a gentle breeze blew between us. We were both silent for a bit, but strangely, it didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable.
聞かないのか？
So aren't you gonna ask? Ask what?
いつも一人で何してんだって。
What I'm always doing here by myself or something?
この場所が好きだからいつもここにいるんだよね。
You're always here because you like the spot, right?
そうだけどさ。
Well, yeah.
他に何か理由があったりするの？
Is there some other reason then?
ないよ。
Not really.
じゃあ聞く必要ないじゃない。
So what would be the point of me asking?
そうだけど、ほら普通聞くだろ。一人でそんなんつまらなくないかとか、意味わかんねえとか、変わってるなとか。
Oh, you got me there. But people normally ask me if it's boring here by myself, or tell me they don't get it, or say I'm a weirdo or something.
そんなこと思わなかったな。ここが好きなら一人でいたって別に変じゃないよね。
Really? No, I guess I don't think of it that way. The way I see it, if you like it here, then why not come here whenever you can?
お前変わってるな。
Guess that makes you the weirdo then.
え？
What?
いや、そんな顔しなくても、今のは俺的褒め言葉だから。
Hey, don't make that face. Coming from me, that's a compliment. Coming from anybody, that is not a compliment.
変わってるが褒め言葉？
What? Calling someone a weirdo is supposed to be a compliment? In what fucking world?
そうそう。
You bet it is. In what fucking
なん
world?
か納得いかないな。
I'm not sure I buy that.
もう
You're mean. The expression on Tsukasa's face was a dead giveaway that he really enjoyed talking to me. And I've always loved the feeling I get when I know my words helped brighten someone's day. And I must have been sporting one hell of a goofy smile at that moment.
本当はさ、この学校でもっと好きな場所があるんだよ。
Actually, there's a place at the school that I like even more here.
どんなところ？
Oh, where's that?
秘密。
I'm not telling. What?
とっておきだからな。
It's my special place.
ってことはそこも超素敵な場所なんだよね。
Which means it must be a totally awesome place, right?
あ
Yeah. Literally, this is not Corpse Party.
いいな。どこ？気になるよ。
Oh, I really want to see it. Come on.
あ、ダメ。そう簡単には教えない。それに、いつでも見れるってもんじゃないんだ。そこの景色。
No way. I can spill the beans that easy. Besides, the view there isn't nearly as consistent.
司くんは笑いながら紙パックのジュースを飲み干すとベンチから立ち上がった。そして目の前にあったゴミ箱をひょいっとつかみ私を振り返る。
Laughing, Tsukasa finished up his drink, then grabbed the now empty trash can he carried to the dumpster for me.
コーヒーをおごってもらったしな。ついでに教室まで運んでやるよ。
He treated me to coffee. Now please allow me to take this up to the classroom for you.
いいの？
What? Are you sure?
ああ、
You bet.
ありがとう。あ、私のクラスはね。
Thanks, I'm in
4
class.
組だろ？知ってるよ。
Class 4 if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, stalker.
シシドユイっつったら有名だからな。
You're the famous Yuri Shishido after all.
どうして？
How did you...
今から先生みたいな女子がいるって12クラス全部で有名だよ。
You're the girl who already looks like she could be a teacher. I don't think there's a student in any of our 12 classes that doesn't know your name. What?
それから私と司くんは何度か中庭で会っては話をした。校舎の中ではすれ違ってもほとんど話すことがないのに中庭では不思議と話が弾む。
I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. No! I keep fucking this up every time and I'm so sorry. There we go, so that we can keep picture him on it. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching and hopefully I'll see you later.